5,
I
4,
currently
3.
So we did a couple practice runs of this, so you know what a tip of my tongue anime is. You know a little bit of how we're presenting it.
Yep.
And so you know these are
Oh yeah.
no, I might actually like record like a introduction,
Your audience already knows who I am. No
but
introductions
also
needed.
everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, I think so.
Unreliable narrators. These are people trying to remember something that they saw at some point. Um, some of these are gonna. I think we're starting off easy, but also we are playing. Is this solved versus unsolved?
Well, spoilers. I saw two words of the first one, and I know that the people can't see it, and I already know it's Yu Yu Hakusho.
So yeah, we're playing. Did Reddit solve it? Is this a solved mystery for said person? And a bonus point if you get the show. If you want to keep track of points, if not, I'll add them up eventually. I'm not gonna keep.
No, I'll let editor you
That's
handle
fair.
it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna focus on the game.
All right, let's just jump. Let's just jump in and have fun with this.
Yeah, so like I said, that's Yu Yu Hakusho.
So in the anime, just from in the anime, you're like, oh, what gave it away?
The car. I saw the word car and dead, and that was all I needed.
This is Yu Yu Hakusho. Did Reddit
Yeah,
yeah,
this was
yeah.
easily solved.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So sorry for the viewers at home. I didn't read the whole
Maybe
thing and
I'll
like
read it
didn't
out
read about
loud
it. It just
because
I accidentally saw
no,
that one ahead of time.
that's fine. But are you ready for number 2?
Yes, I am ready for number 2.
I can't remember much of what goes on in this anime, but I know it was a girl who escaped this laboratory institute because they were doing tests on her, and she eventually escaped and killed all the guards, and it was
Oh,
very
it's Elfen
gruesome.
Lied.
She's able. Final
Yeah,
answer.
they solved it. Yeah, you can keep reading. I let me enjoy hearing your dulcet tones.
She's able to like control things with her mind, and when she escapes, she befriends this boy and stays with him. At first, he doesn't know she has powers. He thought she just couldn't talk and was like homeless or something. I think he finds out about her powers and she ends up killing someone. He knows that it causes a whole big situation, but I don't exactly remember. I do know that there were a lot of plot twists about why she ended up being in the laboratory, and the whole anime consists of flashbacks into the past of stuff she's been through. Quite a sad and gruesome anime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, you have my
You're still going
answer.
out, and it was easily solved.
Easily solved. Everyone knows Elfen Lied is easy.
Two for two, 2 for 2. I gotta warm you up a little bit,
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can't just
So
I can't just throw you to
do
the
you want
wolves.
me to be a patient person and let you read the whole things out, or do you want me to just in real time when I know the answer blurt it out?
It's up to hey, you wanna read the next one?
Sure, sure. I'll read the next one. In late 2016, I saw an anime about a shy high school girl who has no friends and is very awkward. So she does weird stuff to get people's attention. Like in this one episode, she goes in this vending machine, buys a soda, pours it on her head and clothes, and casually walks around with ants on her. Also, curiously enough, she turns out to be a famous Yu-Gi-Oh player? Question mark. In this other episode, she goes to some kind of meetings to play some kind of card games like Yu-Gi-Oh or some other card game. She always wears a mask, so no one really knows her, but everyone has heard of her in this card game community. At school, she eats her lunch in the school's attic, surrounded by a bunch of chairs and old desks. Very, very shy. In the last episode, she is discovered by another girl having lunch in the attic, so they become friends. The episode ends in a sunny afternoon. Shy girl goes running after her new friend awkwardly. I have been looking for this anime for like 5 years. No luck. I first heard about from a Spanish YouTuber who made a video giving anime recommendations. A lot of slashes for some reason. I really want to find this anime. Is one of the few series that I watch beginning to end in my childhood.
What a weird episode of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely not Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm actually confused. But at first I thought this was Weakness because you know that I'm a
Oh,
big
okay.
Wheatgrass fan. This is not
Mhm.
Wheatgrass. It just can't be Wheatgrass. It doesn't sound right. The
Mhm.
details are all wrong. But to be fair, I don't know what this is. This one might be one I genuinely don't know. Um,
Mhm.
I don't think it's a Vanguard, any of the Vanguard series card fight,
Mm.
but I don't know because I don't watch card fight Vanguard, any of them. So
I see.
that's I'll very cautiously say it could be that. Did Reddit solve this one? We're still on the easy ones according to you. So I would
Yeah.
hope
I mean, it
so.
took this guy 5 years
Oh, okay.
to find a. It
That's
took
true.
like well, he said he was looking for it for 5 years, so maybe it's really hard
Um
to find anime about some sad Yuki.
I feel like if I did my own I feel like if I did my own research, I could probably find it after some looking, but yeah, off the top of my head, I don't I can't say for certain. WeCross is what came to mind first, but that doesn't feel right. Vanguard is a series with a lot of stuff in it, but usually the protagonist is male, which is why I don't think it's that either, but it's what I would rather say. So there you go. I do think Reddit figured this one out though.
Okay, so you're going solved for the point, and then for the bonus point, you're going Vanguard.
Yeah, but I think I'm wrong for that being specific.
This was solved.
It,
It is not
yeah, I
Vanguard.
didn't think so.
Um, this is a Watamote. It's your fault. I'm
Oh,
not popular.
yeah,
Does it click now a little?
yeah, okay, yeah,
Does she play Yu-Gi-Oh?
yeah,
That's news
she
to me.
does. She cheats at it. That's the joke.
Okay,
Is that she's a big
I know she's
cheater.
like a weird. I could see her like having lunch in the basement around chairs. I'm like that makes sense, but I didn't. All the Yu-Gi-Ohs
Yeah,
soda machine.
yeah.
Yeah. See, it's
This is very poorly explained, but I now that I know the
yeah.
answer, I can understand
It took this
what they're
guy
what
five
they're
years
going
to find
for.
Watamote.
I was too focused on the card game component. My bad.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ooh,
Uh,
formatting.
Now we're moving on. Tip of my tongue. It's an anime.
Okay.
Anime with pastel color scheme. There is a character with tan hair and a character with dark colored hair. They are in a car in one scene. I think it's slightly popular. That's all I really remember about it. This has been bothering me way too much. The anime starts with the letter G, something like grand. The animation was flat in a sense. It looked like a hand drawn, like a painting. The characters were adults.
Well, that is a description.
Hmm.
They think it starts with the letter G.
I think it starts with the letter G.
Oh, that I feel like that might be bait. That's
But not just G. They think it starts with like grand.
well, that makes me think Grand Blue. But there's
Everyone's
no
favorite
fucking way. There's no way.
grand piano anime.
I guess I'll say that because I have no other guess, but it's wrong. Did Reddit figure this out? It's the power of Reddit. I think so. I'll say new game just because I've got no other guess, and it is at least a reasonable guess.
New game. Okay. Did Reddit
So
solve this?
yeah.
Yes, they did. This is solved.
Wow.
It's a real anime. They were so close too. It does start with a G.
Uh huh.
It's not grand.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
think so.
great. It's great.
As a great pretender,
This is the Great Pretender. This is a Great Pretender.
they were in a car in
They
one
were in a
scene.
car. I guess See, I thought
Wow, this was a
he's like
terrible,
blonde, but
another
it's like
terrible description.
tan, flat.
Yeah, this was so far away from.
You said
I don't think they know what the word pastel
I
means.
don't think it's quite pastel. Like I could see in some scenes like the
It's
backgrounds,
not.
but like it's usually lighter than that. But they use Reddit. They're maybe not the smartest bunch, but who knows? On to the next one.
All right. I'm not. Usually I'm on fire
Hmm
with these, but I missed two in a
Tip of
row.
my tongue. Anime 2019. Anime with Christian girl. I don't remember a lot, but
Sounds like
it's a
ghost
scene with a
stories.
group of teens to kids walking through a scary hall. Then I remember one girl with light purple hair saying, "Do you
It's
accept
ghost stories.
Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?" And then I don't remember anything. There's like a ginger. It's ghost stories. It's the ghost stories stuff. Reddit solved this one.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even hard. This was immediate. I was saying that as a joke. I just anime with a Christian girl. Ghost stories. I can't believe
And
that
then it
was
goes, "Do
right.
you accept Jesus as your Lord?" And you're like, "Oh, this is
It definitely
very good,
is.
very yeah, yeah." Congrats. See, now you're back on it.
Classic. Yeah. Oh, this is a new one. Oh, this is Tiger and Bunny.
Every now and then, I keep getting vague memories of this cute moe anime I used to watch on the Filipino dub anime Hero TV as a kid. All I remember from it is that it has a cast of 7 girls, each with their
Oh no, that is not
each with
Tiger and
their
Bunny. I
own
just saw Hero
color.
TV.
Interesting. That's probably like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black. Each girl had a distinct personality, but black was specifically a cat girl, and my favorite. The art style was very simplistic, and the overall vibe of the show was similar to Lucky Star. It's impossible to look for since the keywords apply to literally any other magical girl, lol. So I'd appreciate it if this post gets any answers.
Okay, so this is definitely a children's show, which immediately makes me think of something like Precure, but it's not
Mm.
Precure. What is there is one where they are gems. Like there is one where they're like gem
I
themed.
see. Steven Universe.
And that would no, it's not that. But that would give me like the colors. What it's called though, I can't remember. But this does conjure to me a very specific show. That if I saw the title, I'd be like, yeah, it's that.
Interesting.
If it's what I'm thinking of.
Interesting. What a lot of people say on the Reddit, it is always a wrong guess, is Tokyo Mew Mew.
Yeah, but
But
no, it's
no,
not
no, no.
Tokyo Mew Mew. That's like a Precure like show. Like
Mm-hmm.
something that like I immediately think
Mm-hmm.
that, but I know it's not that. So I do think Reddit got this one, but for the life of me, I couldn't tell you what this show is supposed to
Don't
be
know your
called.
magical girl shows.
Well, I don't know kids
Mm.
shows. I don't really watch them.
No.
No knock on people who
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I just don't really know. I don't know that many. I
Unless
know a
it's
couple of the
Shimby's
big ones, and that's
apartment,
about
which
it. Well,
we
Shimmy's
did.
apartment. Hey, let's be real. That's
That's cinema.
cinema.
That's cinema. So
All right, let's
you're gonna go solved, and then anything you want for the bonus
yeah,
point.
I think that this was solved because I feel like I know what the answer is. I just couldn't tell you what it's called.
Mm.
Does
The
that make
tricky part
sense?
about these, they sound like real shows that exist. This one might exist. This one's unsolved actually.
Oh, really?
They had no idea that I guess the guy would inactive or so, but yeah, no one could quite. You'd think people color coded. Well, it's hard to look up color coded magical girls with a cat girl. Like that could be so many things.
True.
But nope, never solved.
Huh.
I
Crazy.
know.
Damn, I'm really sad that that was not Tiger and Bunny. I saw Hero TV and felt so
That
proud of
would have been.
myself.
I was wondering because it was unsolved. I was like, what if it is Tiger and Bunny? If I say one's unsolved
No, it
and you
wasn't.
magically know what it is and prove it to me, I'll give you like 5 points.
All right, sounds good. All right. That one got me. That one got me.
Yeah, tip of your tongue. An anime film about several tragic stories. One was a man in Japan finds a briefcase that starts emitting gas that like kills everyone near him. He has to take it somewhere, and the military and tanks try to stop him, but they all
I know what
die
this
as he
is.
approaches the motorway and begs them to just leave. Another was an astronaut exploring an old spaceship where they find a bunch of people frozen in ice around a dinner table. One of them is a woman whom one of the astronauts abandoned or something in a flashback, and she stabs him with a knife.
This is
This is
Memories with Satoshi Kon did one of them,
yeah, this is
if I
yeah, this
recall.
is Memory. Reddit solved this one.
Yeah.
So look how
Yeah. Satoshi Kon did one of the
I
memory shorts.
see it. Look
If
how nice
I
I
if I
am.
recall.
I picked.
Yeah, Magnetic Rose. They're talking about Magnetic Rose for the second one, and the first one is Stink Bug. I can even tell you exactly what shorts they are, in case you
I knew
wanted to
you could
know.
solve this one because we
And
saw this movie.
yeah, we did watch this. It was pretty good. I
Yeah.
liked it. I do think that the third one's not the most compelling short, but the other two are at least
Mm,
fun and or interesting.
all right. I'm looking for an anime that I swear the title was Sky. I swear it was called Sky. It was about a girl with blonde
Okay.
hair and blue eyes in a kind of small town. I think it alludes to her being an angel or having a guardian angel or falling from the sky. There are white feathers placed everywhere throughout the show. The show was early mid 2000s. I remember watching it around 2011. There was a boy who was another main character, and I believe he was being raised by his big sister. In the show, it alludes to the girl having a hard or mysterious past, and she's a little weird. The girl and boy walk home from school together every day. Any other questions? Let me know. Thank you.
Did anyone ask any questions? And did he provide any, or he or she provide any additional details that might be useful to me?
I didn't add it. I don't think there was much questions needed.
Okay, I'm
That's
just
fair. That's
asking
fair.
because
I d-
if there was anything
there
extra,
was a
I
couple
wouldn't.
where if I did see things that were like in the comments, I did add. Um, I don't think this one had any.
So I went through at the beginning. I thought maybe it was going to be Sound of the Sky. It's definitely not that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought Angel Beats, but it's definitely not
Mm,
that. That's
yeah.
wrong. The details don't line up. This feels like a Jun Maeda show.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it feels like it kind of vaguely sounds like The Day I Became God, but like the times the times
I
don't match
see.
up
What other?
because that show didn't exist then.
Yeah.
This
What other
can't
June
be
Maida shows are there?
this is Clanad, isn't it? I bet it's Clanad because a canon feels
Mm-hmm.
wrong. No, yeah, it could be canon.
Would be canon.
That's the thing. So
Why would they think canon was
I
titled
think Clanad.
Sky?
I think Clanad. I think Clanad makes more sense. I think canon is reasonable to guess. I think that's a very reasonable
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Why would they think
Um,
canon's called Sky?
because they're crazy. I
Because
don't
that
know.
could be.
I also do think that Little Busters is
Mm,
possible, but then I get to like the end towards the end, and that rules that one out for me. So I would say it's either Clanad, one of them, or canon, but I don't know for sure. I'm gonna say canon because it's more obscure, and I feel like that would be harder for someone to find because Clannad is so easy to find. I don't see someone having trouble
So
hunting that
true.
down. So I'm gonna say canon, specifically the 2006 version, because what freak watched the original? And and I'll say that Reddit figured this one out.
Reddit did figure this one out. I read this description and I said, "Oh, this is canon because she has angel wings and an Uvu
Okay.
girl." It's not canon, but it is so close. If you want to take another guess at it, it's as close to being as canon as you possibly can be without being canon.
That so is it Clannad then?
It's
How?
not Clanad.
It's as close to being canon without being canon? I don't know. Now I'm just confused. No clue, man.
No clue.
No, like I'm trying to think.
They thought
Like you're making it sound like it's something I should definitely know, but now I'm just more confused that it's not canon.
the title was Sky, which is very close because the title's Air.
Oh, okay. That is a okay. That is another.
You were on the mark though.
That is
You were on the mark there.
another.
You got the point for the Reddit. Good.
Okay, so that is older. I was
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
down the
How
right
does the
track.
description fit?
So
Because it sounds like
there are a lot of
feather. Yeah.
feathers. It is in a small town.
Main girl had
Um,
blonde hair, blue eyes. That felt like a mismatch.
yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah,
reasonable. I just didn't think of air at all.
and sometimes it escapes it, but you got to canon, so it's like you knew. Is Air
Yeah.
also Jun Maeda,
Um, I
or is it like?
think that he at least supervised the
Mm,
script. Give me like 2 seconds and I'll tell
yeah.
you. I think it
Okay.
is, but if it is, it's like it's really early.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hey, Jun Maeda, did you do anything for air or not?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I don't know if it's just the
I don't see
visual
him credited for
novel
this
like
one.
aesthetic. Because but I like.
Nah, this is a key
Okay, it's key.
adaptation,
It's okay. It's
which
key. It's key. That's what they're. Because I know like Clannad, like Air, like Canon are all kind of around each other.
yeah. Well, to see what makes it confusing is that Jun Maeda did do a lot of key things,
Fair enough.
so that does make it somewhat
That he did.
confusing. Let me see. Oh yeah, no, he did do the air visual
Okay.
novel.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. I thought he did, but then I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. I this man's history is
He's an interesting
interesting.
man.
I He's an
I see.
interesting
You want to read
guy.
the?
I like him. The internet made him run
Oh,
away
that's
from them
sad.
forever,
You want
which
to
is
read the
sad.
next one?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking for this anime my friend told me about. I've seen a couple episodes and kind of forgot about it at one point and remembered just recently. It had a futuristic setting and a premise that involves some kind of virus, if I remember correctly. It started off with the protagonist saving a girl. I think she was part of an idol band, and it turned out that she was part of a resistance group. Oh, this is Guilty Crown.
It could be anything.
Oh, anyway, that opposes the current government. It had this thing where you could extract weapons from people, and I definitely remember how at one point the protagonist extracted a blade from the girl. The protagonist ends up joining the resistance while hiding it from his classmates. I also recall some kind of prison break episode. I'm really hoping I didn't dream up the whole thing because it seems so bizarre, but I'm pretty sure it's real, so please help me find it. I've been looking for it for weeks at this point. It's Guilty
No,
Crown, it's real,
they might have just had a fever dream.
and Reddit solved it. Guilty Crown, fun fact, is one of the first anime I watched. It's not the
Okay.
first. That would be Vampire Hunter D
Oh,
Bloodlust.
okay. I know. Guilty Girl's kind of fun. This makes it sound fun.
But this what impressed me about Guilty Crown at the time was that it had like movie quality visuals for a TV anime, and the music was really good.
Music is amazing in Guilty Crown.
I think the story is kind of a mess, but I really enjoy
Mhm.
it. So I did rewatch it, not super recently, but recently-ish,
Yeah.
and I did lower my score from when I first watched
Oh,
it.
how's
Not
how
too
sad.
surprising,
What'd you
but
lower it
but in
to?
terms of enjoyment, I lowered it to a 7.
Okay,
So
okay. I was
I think it's just
it feels
okay.
like a 7
Um,
anime.
but
I've watched that
enjoyment-wise,
parts of it.
enjoyment-wise, it's like a 10 for me.
That's fair.
I really
That's
enjoy
fair.
it, but like more objectively,
It's
it's
got
like a
high
7.
qualities. It's got high qualities for sure. There was an anime that I remember watching on DVD about a boy who gets home and sits in front of his TV, just like me for real, to either watch something or play a game.
Yeah.
He then gets sucked into the TV where he meets a female character and a green character who I remember basically being Mike Wazowski with no arms and only one foot. In another episode, the three characters are waiting behind a gate at some arena or event where they meet a big stone guy. It must have been 2011 when I watched it, but it most likely is much older. I had a few episodes on DVD, and that's all I can really remember about it.
This is like close to a couple of things that come to mind, but it's none of those things. So I'm gonna say Reddit didn't solve this
But it
one.
didn't solve this one.
I think this one is one where I'm gonna say it's like another one where it sounds like a real
Mm-hmm.
thing because this sounds like it could be a
Yeah.
real thing, but like
It sounds awesome. You get
I
sucked
feel
into your
like I
TV and meet
feel
Mike
I feel like this
Wazowski.
one's amalgamated. Yeah, I think that Reddit didn't solve this one. So I don't know how I
I
would.
see. Reddit did solve this one.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
this is Monster Rancher.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yes,
do
that
look at it,
technically did
it
have
does
an anime
have
adaptation.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, it did. Fair enough.
It does
Fair
have.
enough. See, because this made me think of the Dot Hack franchise, but
Oh,
I knew it wasn't
okay.
that.
That'd be fun. That'd
Yeah.
be an answer.
Oh, something on
Something on
Netflix.
Netflix. Oh, I remember so little, but I do know this existed. They're very confident. I think I watched it on Netflix, but I'm not. He's not positive. I know the
Okay, not
icon.
100%
I
sure.
know the icon of the show had really pretty fog, and that is what made me check it out. There's a man who may or may not be wearing a green jacket, who is a significant character in the show. He could have been a kid though. There's a town that makes the best sake, and I think they leave it out in bowls for like spirits in the woods. There's an old man, and I think people may not like the main character. The town is primarily wooden and full of casks and fog. Most of the show is very heavy on neutral tones. I am sorry, that is all I got, but that's all I got. Did it ring any bells?
No, it doesn't. It's just I know what it is. It's a mushishi.
It's Rishi.
Yeah, I had to just ignore the green jacket. Just throw that out, and then it makes it mushishi.
Alright, solve this one.
Yeah.
One of the most common shows on tip of your tongue is Mushishi, and Reddit to solve. That is the answer.
I'm gonna be real. It really threw me off with the green jacket because I was thinking like this crazy bright, vibrant green
No, he
jacket.
has like maybe Hunter Green, like it's a because it's like a dark jacket, but
No, it's a lot of earthen tones because
yeah,
Mushishi is it
yeah,
like thematically that's the color palette that makes
mm-hmm,
sense
yep,
to go with, and then like the more fantastical things tend to be uh they either clash with the naturalistic colors to show that they're other,
yep,
or they blend with them to show that they're, natural part of the world, just like any other thing in nature is. So,
fair
but the
enough.
sake thing is the only reason I got
The
this.
sake, okay, the sake, I
Yeah.
feel like I know it's associated with fog. Also, like makes sense. Did the people not like the main character? I didn't know that.
No, he's very well liked.
Okay, well,
He's like an iconic character.
best sake, best sake. Hey, so I saw a clip from this anime on TikTok, don't we all? But didn't look up the name of it and
Yeah.
can't find it anymore. There's basically a boy who had black wings on his back, and he was flying in the sky, or there was just the sky in the background. Could have been on the roof, and all of a sudden, a bigger man, shrouded in like shadows or black mist, appear in front of him. He had red eyes and basically just stared at him, really close to his face. The boy with the wings got scared, I believe, but I'm not sure. That's pretty much the whole clip, and it had some badass music edited over it. Thanks in advance.
This my first thought was, oh, it's probably Tokyo Ghoul because that's like edgy TikTok fodder.
Edgy.
Does anyone have black wings in Tokyo Ghoul though? That's the only thing.
Black wings, edgy fodder. They got a black mist. They got aura. Who's the black aura?
It still makes me think of Tokyo Ghoul, but that can't be right.
Mm-hmm. It's a very specific moment. Boy with black wings.
This Reddit surely solved this, but for the life of me, I couldn't tell you what it is. Tokyo Ghoul is the only thing coming to mind, and I know that can't be
I
right.
see. So you're gonna go solve Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, yeah, but I know it's not Tokyo Ghoul. It can't be.
This is solved. Uh, this is one of what I think is one of the harder
Is this? Oh,
types of.
hang on.
I haven't told you. I haven't told
I
you.
might have gigabrained. I might have gigabrained it.
I'm letting you cook.
Is this Be the Beginning?
Oh, that's such a good guess because that's such a TikTok show. It's not, but that sounds so right. And there are characters with
Okay,
wigs in
because
that show.
yeah, I thought about it a little harder and went, this could be the Beginning.
Hmm.
All right. Well, if it's not Be the Beginning, what is it?
I can't think of the guy's name anymore. It's I want
Do
to.
I know what the show is? Like, do I know it?
You do know what the show is. Um. Uh. You even saw season two, and I didn't see season two. Uh. Unfortunately, they're
Well,
referencing
that Be the Beginning had a season 2, and I
that
did
it
watch
did.
that.
Unfortunately, this is a moment from season one. I Is that guy's name Lucifer? I can't. But
Oh,
if
this is Devil's a part
if they
timer.
would have talked about season two and the Apple baby, yeah, this is Devil's a part timer. This is a
Apple Baby. I would have, yeah, talk
yeah.
about the
There's
Apple
a
Baby. I would have got that then.
no, but yeah, it's when the devil comes and
Yeah, Lucifer.
it is
Lucifer
Lucifer.
has black wings, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I think Be the Beginning was a much better guess.
Honestly, yeah, I like your guess better than the actual answer.
I would so much prefer if I was on TikTok looking at badass
Yep,
music anime clips for some reason.
yep,
The Be the Beginning would be my show of choice
yep,
for that.
yep. You want to read this one?
Sure. Looking for a cartoon, 2000s. Yellow alien ghost spirit thing from cartoon or anime. In the 2000s, there was a cartoon show that had a character in it that was being followed or helped or haunted by a couple of little alien things, one of which was a yellow skinned creature with a big mouth, thick reddish lips, yellow skin, and eyes on eye stalks like a snail. This makes me think of a Yu Gi Oh! But anyway, there was one instance where it became buff for. This is just Yu Gi Oh! Or it might have been buff to begin with. I keep trying to remember the name of the creature, but all my brain gives me is Umba or Jumbo or Amba, something along those lines. These are the weird diaper things. With Chaz. Chaz it up. It's
I
gotta be
was.
right. It's gotta be right.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta
It's
be.
gotta be.
That thing is hideous.
With its big dick sucker lips and yellow eye stalks,
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
and
Reddit solved
Reddit
it.
saw this
If
one.
I figured it out, yeah, if I figured it out, then Reddit surely solved it.
I'm assuming you would remember a key aspect of Chaz Princeton's character is that he's haunted by
Yeah.
the Ojama Yellow and the Ojama brothers.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, this
it
is
definitely is that.
this is Chaz Princeton. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
So before I got to the eyes on stalks and the description of the creature in more detail, when I just saw yellow alien slash ghost spirit, I thought it was going to be Sergeant Frog. I thought it was going to be
Oh,
I think Kululu is the yellow one.
okay.
He's like the obnoxious science guy.
Mhm. Okay.
That's what I thought it was going to be, but then no, it was not.
I see.
I'm not doing too bad. I mean,
All
people
things
at home can see my point
yeah,
totals.
hey, it's a hard one. For sure, for sure. Uh, somebody help me out here. This is eating at me. It was night, and three schoolgirls were on a roof. Two of these girls were magical girls that were fighting one another. One was clearly on the bad side of the spectrum. These girls are fighting, and the evil one looks towards the girl standing there and says, "Throw yourself off the roof." Her eyes go dark and she listens, slowly crawling to the edge of the roof to jump. Her friend jumps in to save her. Does anyone have any memory of this at all? It is not the following anime. It's not Cardcaptor Sakura. It's not Madoka Magica.
Okay, well, good. I wouldn't have guessed either of those. uh, well, there's a couple this could be. Um, Part of me wants to say Magical Girl Sight, but I don't think that there's a scene where I don't think anyone have like mind control powers in that one, or like a Gios,
Mm-hmm.
because this is like mind control or Gios type power. I don't think it's that. I wish I had a physical description of one of the girls. That would
Mm.
help so much. Like even a hair color would be helpful. Hmm. Part of me thinks about Nanoha, but it can't be that. That's like a more, I'd say, grounded magical girl series. Um, like they mostly just punch each other in that.
Mm.
So
A
I don't think
punching.
anyone has anything like that. I don't think Magical Girl Raising Project had anybody who could do this. But then again, the powers in that one are super varied. Like Swim can swim through fucking anything. So
So true.
and there's like little angel girls.
Mm-hmm.
So like the variety there is through the roof. It's been a hot minute since I watched Magical Girl Raising Project.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me think of several shows, but none of them feel right. And for that reason, I'm going to say this one went unsolved. I feel like it's just missing a detail or two to really get there. That's my final guess. I think this one went unsolved.
Congratulations, you got it.
Wow.
Sounds like an awesome scene. Sounds really cool. I still think it's misremembering Madoka Magica, where like they throw the little grief seed like off the moving bus, and then uh uh Homer has to like go save Sayaka from like falling off the bus. Because like if you like,
No, I don't think so.
but it also feels like it could be like a lot of magical girl shows. So yeah, everyone,
Yeah, I feel like if this person remembered like
yeah,
one or two more details about the show, they would have gotten an answer.
yeah. I think this is one where people threw like several suggestions out and like it just didn't. No one could quite pin it down, and it's unsolved to this day.
Yeah, well, I tried.
Sounds cool.
I thought of several magical
I
girl
want to watch the
shows.
show where this scene happens. This scene sounds awesome. I'd be like, oh
It
my
sounds
god,
funny as hell.
it does. I only remember one scene where a boy was in a room of faces and had to pick out either a face or a part of a girl's face. If he picked the wrong one, then both he and the girl were to be punished. He picked the wrong one, but didn't get punished because the person doing it to them was touched.
This sounds like Diamond is Unbreakable.
No, it doesn't now.
Yeah, I think this is I think that this is the episode where the stalker girl goes to the beautician, and then this basically happens. So I think that this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Diamond is Unbreakable, the best JoJo part, in my opinion, that is adapted.
Ooh, okay. And then and Reddit Reddit would have solved this because Reddit loves JoJo.
Yes, I think so.
But yeah, you remember the scene. It's Diamond is Unbreakable. It's I would have
Woo,
I would
let's
have accepted that.
go.
If you would have just said JoJo's, I would have said yeah. Yeah, there's like a little small man, and there's a girl with like
Yep.
what something. Is Cinderella the Stan? And then there's like a nurse lady, and she's like, "You gotta pick your face." And I finally
Yep,
watched this.
that's pretty much how it goes.
Okay, okay, yeah. No, you got it. Watching JoJo's get you somewhere.
I remember this being available to stream, possibly on Netflix, around 2012. But I think the anime was older than that. Some of the characters have powers, but whenever they use their power, they have bad side effects or compulsory responses to them. This is so easy. It's darker than black. Done. I don't need to read the vest. I don't care what the vest says. It's darker than black. Solved.
One guy breaks his fingers after flying, and one guy has OC. I thought you'd appreciate this one because you've literally described the anime to me like this before. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how darker than black works.
yeah. This is solved. This is darker than black.
Yeah. This show's great. I really like season two, the most hated season of the two seasons. But I think people just look at it wrong. It's the greatest magical girl show ever. It's so good.
Yeah, the main character has to eat a lot. Apparently,
He does. That's like a weird
yeah,
quirk he has.
yeah.
I like the main character kind of feels like Vash from
That's
Trigun
stamp it. Okay,
mixed with like Batman.
okay.
I don't know how else to describe it. And so he's kind of Gonzo goofy, as we like to
Mm,
say
I
here
see.
at K at the
God, so
movies.
goofy.
So like I think you've seen some Trigun, haven't you?
A little bit. Yeah, I think I watched a couple
Yeah.
episodes. It seems fun.
So
It's gone so goofy.
so yeah, so you have like a bit of a reference.
Mm.
Anyway, show's great.
So it's great. This next one, it's possible I made this up, but I've been thinking about this for around 20 years, and I think I even tried this sub before. Was at a friend's house late one night as a kid, and they were the type to leave the TV on all night, yeah, as we do as children. So Cartoon Network eventually evolved into the wildest shit imaginable. Have a memory of a mech or machine of some type holding up a human by the head with at least one of their limbs detached as they rebuked them for something. I think I've seen everything Neon Genesis related since then because I thought it seemed to be the closest, but Evangelion isn't really graphic in that way. So I don't think it's that. Unless there was something I missed, appreciate any tips.
Yeah, it's not Evangelion, but that's not a terrible guess. It could be a Gundam, but I don't think so. Gundam doesn't feel right.
Um,
It's older, whatever this is. Could it be?
Older, kind of
Did a
graphic.
Rekka 7? Did a Rekka 7 play on Adult Swim? On Toonami, I mean. Sorry.
Toonami Adult Swim. Yeah, I did.
A Rekka 7 did go on Toonami.
Mm,
Let me look at the Toonami lineup.
okay. Kind of graphic. Someone got their a limb detached.
Oh, Gundam Seed. That could be Gundam Seed. So let's say this is my tentative. Cause I feel like it could be Gundam. Cause that would have been 2004.
2004.
Yeah. Cause I'm looking and then everything else doesn't seem
Yeah.
very
Yeah. A mech
likely to me.
arm machine holding up a human by the head.
Yeah, and a Rec 7, I don't think is that graphic, but I haven't seen it, so
Mhm, mhm.
I couldn't say for sure. Okay, so it could be a Gundam because Gundam Wing is also here, but
Oh,
it could also be Outlaw Star or Gigantor.
mm,
It's not the Big O. Cashern Sins, maybe. See, oh, this is hard. This is like a lot of
mhm.
plausibles to me. I'm gonna rule out Eureka 7. I just don't think that's right. I think this is solved because this is literally just me consulting
I
a
see.
television schedule that's well documented.
It is a well documented schedule, so that does make sense. Do you want to do
So
you
I'm gonna
want
say it's definitely solved.
you want to locked in solved?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in solved, but I really couldn't tell you which of the several reasonable guesses
Mhm.
based on the lineup it is,
I see.
just because I haven't seen them.
I will. I'll give you that. It's solved. It is solved. They did.
Okay. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Outlaw Star.
Mm, interesting guess.
Um,
Interesting thoughts.
just it feels that feels the most plausible to me.
Yep.
But a Gundam, I don't think a Gundam is unreasonable. Gundam is sometimes graphic like this, so it could be.
Gundam is sometimes. Uh, I'm trying to remember.
And I'm just gonna say Gundam as a franchise because trying to say
No,
which
I would.
specific
If it's
Gundam, yeah, I
Gundam, I would
mean
have given. I
that's
would have given
useless.
you Gundam. Um, now it would have happened on Toonami, so I don't in anime, so I don't think same rules apply. But a old rule of television is that sometimes you get a little bit more lenience showing graphics if it's not technically a human, but sort of a
Mm,
android.
yes.
You're just gonna go with a Gundam or whatever, Outlaw Star or
No, Outlaw Star still seems reasonable to me.
okay. Uh,
I mean, I can tell I'm wrong just because you didn't tell me I was right.
I didn't
But
tell you it was no.
let's hear it.
Funny enough, I actually found the clip on YouTube. Uh, th-
Whoa, crazy!
yeah, this guy
Roll the clip.
was thinking about it. I'll show you. I'll show you later. I'll show you later. Um, this is from Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could see that.
Hmm.
Standalone complex.
I think so. Yeah. I think so if I remember. Yeah, I don't know if
Oh,
it's
that makes sense.
the main.
It's just
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's less
Okay.
of like a mech.
There
It
were
is more of a
so many.
machine, but
So for people, so people playing at home, if you were like, oh, that was easy, uh,
I don't think
go
so.
look at the Toonami lineup and be like,
It's a very
damn, there's a
specific
lot.
childhood
There's a
trauma.
lot of things it could be, and I narrowed it down quite a bit.
Mm.
I did see Ghost in the Shell on the list, and I went, that doesn't quite sound right, so
Oh,
I
okay.
ruled it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking for an anime from late 2000s or early 2010s. It was pretty popular at the time. I always meant to watch it, but never did. The genre was, I think, shoujo. I
Fruits
don't
Basket.
know if there were romantic subplots, but I was under the impression that it was a supernatural mystery set in high school. The scene I
Mm-hmm.
remember was a popular GIF at the time. It was one of the main male characters sleeping on his school desk by the window, the protagonist seat, with the
Shoot.
late afternoon sunlight pouring onto him. Very aesthetic looking. High school uniform was a black gakuren. Uh, the character looked somewhat like
Yeah, it's just a black uniform.
Haru Yoshida in terms of hairstyle, but I had the impression that they were very opposite in personality. The character from this series always came off to me very reserved and low energy. I think he also had green eyes instead of gray. I think the series also had a main female character with long, straight black hair. I think the girl's uniform was Seifuku style, but I'm not 100% sure on that. For some reason, I associate the series with little purple flowers. I'm not sure if that's something related to the series or if I just saw fan art or something that had purple flowers.
Oh, okay, I know what it
I
is.
could
I
have
know what it
sworn
is.
the
This is
anime.
Hyoka.
I could have sworn the anime was called Horimiya, but that's a completely different series. See,
So while you were reading that, I looked up Haru
you looked
Yoshida
up the
because
guy
I didn't know.
who is.
Because I was like, they gave me a reference point.
Yeah,
I think I'm allowed to go look at that.
no, I would have told you to look it
Um,
up.
and then you said purple flowers, and I was like, oh, easy peasy, Hyoka.
The purple flowers is more the fan art, right? Or is it actually the?
No, that's a thing. In episode one is the only episode
Oh,
where he
okay.
has like this like hair hallucination. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, vaguely,
You've
vaguely.
definitely seen it. It's
Yeah.
like iconic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I just think it's really funny to think Kyoko's a
Uh,
supernatural mystery.
it's not, but uh,
It's not, but I can
the
see if you
rest of it
haven't
is
if you haven't
Hyoka.
seen
It's
this
definitely
series,
Hyoka.
it's Yoka. It is solved. It's
Yeah.
Yoka. I like
Damn.
poorly describing anime. It's really funny. Anime about a detective with ponytail and white shirt. If anyone knows detectives, it's you perhaps maybe.
It's true. I do watch a lot of mystery shows.
I remember watching this from about 2017, 2018 on cable TV, and I recall an episode where he and others almost got poisoned but tested everything out using tropical fish to see what's poisonous, ultimately finding that the chopsticks had poison in them.
Oh, what is this? Whatever this is, I haven't seen it.
Mm.
So unless I have, well, you would know because you've seen the answer. If it is solved, assuming. Oh, you know what? This could be that weird murder mystery subplot in Haruhi. Something tells me that that's the right answer. So I'm gonna say solved, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that because something about this makes me think of that. Why I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Haruhi.
Hmm.
That or the obvious thing to do is say case closed, but there's no way in hell. So let's hear it.
A lot of people in the comments did say this could maybe be a case closed just because there's so much of it case closed.
There's so much of it.
But
Yeah, there's so
the
much of it.
detective does not have a ponytail and a white shirt.
No,
Uh,
no, that just I didn't think so.
I don't know if it's this one or another one, but either someone commented on this and also said the Harui murder mystery
Yeah,
for this or
it's
another.
just something about it, right? Something about it says it could be that, but like misremembered.
Yeah, maybe that I because I forgot what the murder mystery of Harui was, but it was this
It's
one.
not it's not this. I can tell
No,
you it's not about tropical fish, but something about it just said you should say that.
yeah, this is unsolved. People don't know. Uh,
Hmm.
seems like an interesting mystery though. Uh, I was
It
trying to,
does. This feels like something that's real.
yeah,
This
yeah. I was trying to think. I was like, I
I
didn't.
think that they're misremembering a detail about the main character.
I could see that. I didn't know if it was like Vanitas because doesn't that have like
Oh, you
a?
know what? Um is this Beautiful Bones?
Oh, maybe. And then I didn't know if this was like a terrible misremembering of like Mononoke because I guess he kind of has like a ponytail, and there's that like one episode where they sniff the things, and
Something about this speaks to me.
something sounds very vivid about this. That's why it's frustrating that it's unsolved because that feels like a good mystery. Like they're like, oh, what fish is killing people, and it's like, no, it's the chopsticks. It's like, oh,
Uh, okay, this is a case closed, actually.
this is a case
It's
closed.
from season 20. Yeah, from season 20.
That's crazy. I'll give you bonus points for that.
Um, I'll send it to you. It's the season
Hmm.
finale of season 20 of Case
I
Closed.
see.
I did think it could be Beautiful Bones, but I confirmed that it is not. The clip was a flashback of a man with his wife and child hiding in a cave. They were starving, so when the man encountered a half woman, half bird creature, he killed her and fed her to his family. But after they ate her, his wife and kids suddenly sprouted feathers or something. I have seen this out of a mouse and choked to death or something like that. I think the father survived but became a monster. The bird woman's child then found him and he adopted the child, and the whole clip is him recounting his sins to someone. I don't
Oh,
know what this is, but I've seen it. I've seen this show.
you seen it?
I've seen it. So it's real. Reddit has solved it. I can't remember what this is from, but it's 100% real. Yeah, but this bothers me because I know what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
can't remember
Well,
what
it feels
it's
it's like
from.
a very specific episode, right? Like you have to
like
remember
this is
that exact plot line.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
but it would
I
have.
know what this is. Is this Sunday Without God
What's an anime that
maybe?
had people hiding in caves? That's like a weird.
This what is this from? I could Google it and figure
Mm-hmm.
it out, but that's cheating. I'm not going to cheat for this one. I've seen it. I guarantee this is solved, and I've seen it. And if it's not solved, I will go
Mm-hmm.
do Googling because I've seen
Uh,
this.
I will confirm this is solved, and I'll even be mean and I'll say you have seen this.
Yeah, I know I've seen it. I
Mm-hmm.
can picture it. I can I know exactly what it is, but
Yeah,
what show it's from, I can't remember.
I'll give you one more hint in a way.
Yeah, you want to give
Okay,
me a hint?
okay.
I'll take a half point if I can
I
get it with
feel
the hint.
like well, I don't think it's a very good hint, but the caves these
Oh,
characters
okay, well let's hear.
must be on the outskirts of the forest that I'm assuming most of the plot would take place in. So even though this is a cave, I think most of the
Outskirts
plot
of the
takes place in more of
forest.
a
No, I think this happens in the hollow of a tree. I think this is
oh
in a
maybe.
tree,
Oh
not
that's
an
I mean
actual
maybe.
cave. No, that wasn't helpful. Like I guarantee you're gonna tell me the answer and it's gonna be so fucking obvious.
Mm,
I can't remember.
I see.
I just know
I
I've seen
see.
this, and that's
It's
it.
probably been a minute.
Yeah, and I've seen for for folks at home.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
have
why you're
seen
good at this.
a lot of anime. Um, I'm at nearly 900 seen shows on record.
This might be wrong, but for
So,
some reason I
you know,
the show reminds me of would it be like a perhaps maybe French or by not the show itself, but either the opening or
French.
something reminds me of very French.
That makes me think
Maybe
of Somali, but it's not that.
oh, but it
Surely
is.
it's not Somali.
It's Somali the forest. It's Somali the forest spirit.
It is Somali?
You gotta look up Somali the forest spirit bird guy. You'll find him.
Oh yeah,
It's
there he
crazy.
is. That is the plot. That is
You
what
did
happened.
you did
Yeah. I knew I'd seen it. I really like Somali. But like
yeah.
that's wild.
That's yeah.
I like
That's
how I was
crazy
like,
that
it
you got
can't be
that close,
that.
like
And then
that
it's
close
that.
though. Like when I was a child, I thought all anime was part of like the same series. I was convinced Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Bakugan were in the same universe, just different planets. So I didn't question it at one time when the TV guide said I was watching Bakugan, and what was on the screen was really dark-looking mecha anime. This was 2007, first run of Byakugan, and I was a ground floor kid. To 2010ish that it happened. The art style was very mid 2000s anime in terms of quality and style. Very clean, shiny proportions. Actually reminded me a bit of Psychopaths when I watched that much later. I remember a fight between two mechas in a large New York style big city. The mecha were about as tall as the buildings. It would show the pilots every now and again, but all I remember is a guy who looked like a clown, kind of like a scary pointy clown with a huge smile. His cockpit had a ton of wires and tubes coming off of him too. Sometimes the camera would shift to a guy with short cut hair and a black suit and a pistol, running through a building seemingly unrelated. He runs up to the top of the skyscraper and finds a woman standing there who is also in black. She falls back into his arms and she has a dead expression and a gray rectangular across her forehead, like a CD drive slot almost. And the guy said, "You knew I couldn't love you because you were an android," or something to that effect. I remember Android and Love being a part of it. That's all I remember, and it's been driving me bonkers ever since it clearly wasn't Byakugan, and I
Oh, this
really
was
want to know
unsolved.
what the hell
This
I
is
stumbled
this
onto.
is this is this is too this is too desperate.
It's a
I don't know. It's unsolved.
mm,
I didn't conjure anything in my mind. And I just
uh,
looked at the Toonami block. So that's
that's
saying
crazy
something.
because you actually said it earlier. It is solved.
No way. It is solved? Could it? So I said it
Yeah, not one of your
earlier.
main guesses, but it is something you did name drop.
A Big O?
It is the Big O.
I guess it could be. I haven't watched the Big O though. That is set in New York City though.
Okay, it actually is New York City. I guess they fight a Klein guy. I think it's really because the CD slot that's just like your or like hairband, right?
I vaguely thought Big
That's
O,
fair.
but like
That
again, I
would
haven't
get
seen
you.
it, so that's
Yeah,
weird. Yeah.
I'll give you half a
Well, you
point.
can give me half a point if you want to be generous, or you can say no.
This was originally constructed to be like a collaborative thing, so I'm trying to be nice. When I was a kid, I would surf through anime open endings on YouTube. It helped me discover new anime to watch, and I liked the music. I remember this one opening that I can't seem to find anywhere. It depicted a blonde woman at night falling backwards from the top of a tall building in slow motion. As she fell, the scene would cut to other characters or scenery or just random cuts of animation. I recall a shot of glass falling and breaking onto the floor. I'm pretty sure the song used was entirely instrumental. The anime was dark, had kind of a gothic vibe to it, and I'm pretty sure it was about vampires.
Is it Shiki?
Mm,
It's not. That's not instrumental, but this feels like something I might
Gothic
know. But I'm gonna say
Unsolved.
unsolved.
I mean, it seems like a pretty awesome opening. Uh, this is uh, this anime doesn't exist if you ask its fan base because it's that bad. this is a this is a
Oof.
which is funny because I thought the vampire thing was actually a red herring because I'm like, oh, it's some as gothic as you can get without being about vampires, but this one's actually about vampires. A very dramatic kind of gothic look that a lot of the Fate stuff would have, but this isn't Fate. This is the other type moon. This is a Tsukihime lunar legend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does have that glass part.
It does.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen that. That one's hard. That one was hard. I would not have ever reached for that. I hadn't
No,
seen it.
no, that one's hard. But like the description sounds so cool that I was like, what will you think? Uh, I forgot if you guessed if it was solved or unsolved, but
I said unsolved only because I couldn't think of anything,
yeah.
but the visuals, like there were
Mm,
parts of it where I'm like, that does sound like something,
yeah.
but
Have you actually
because
seen the opening before? Because it seemed like you knew the about the glass.
yeah,
Okay, because
I've
that
seen the
one
opening.
okay, because that one doesn't really come up in AMQ when I'm around. But
It does
I watched it. I said, oh, this
sometimes
is kind of
when
awesome.
Seven is there. Yeah, when
Mm,
Seven's there, it shows up.
yeah, I like the opening. Cool
He
opening.
does not like it. Yeah, the opening is
I
really
learned
cool. It makes me
about
want to watch the show.
I know. I learned. I was like, I'm gonna watch this show, and then people were like, the fan base doesn't acknowledge it exists because it's so bad. I'm like, I saw a clip on
Sure.
TikTok of a rather violent anime. There were three characters in a field at night time. Standing in the field with them was a monster demon of some sort with arms that resembled long wires. One of the human characters approaches this being, turns to face the others, and claims it is safe. Just as this happens, the creature whips its spindly arms and slices the person in
Oh,
half.
this is real.
The other two then scream in terror as the person's body slides off.
This is real. I've seen it. Don't
Oh.
remember what it is. So there you go.
Oh.
But it's real.
It is
It's real.
real.
It's solved.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've seen it.
I
Um,
have seen it. I know that I have seen it.
TikTok generation. Uh, yeah, I don't know how much.
Like I know it, but I can't tell you what it's called.
I think that's. I think that's fair. Because I thought this was kind of a hard one, but I'm like, it sounds like a very specific scene that if you remember watching this from like
No, no, I knew that I'd seen this scene like immediately. Pretty immediately.
uh a half point hint. What if I told you this anime is very recent?
Very recent.
Like I want to say like last yearish, give or take.
Heavenly Delusions?
This is Heavenly Delusions.
I thought that for
You
like half a
remember?
second,
You remember that?
but damn.
That seems like
Well, there you go.
there we go. That's no, I'm giving you the full point, but that was because that's a hard scene to know. So as most things go here, I had a random memory. A few years ago, maybe 6 or 7, when I was younger, I remember watching this anime re-uploaded on YouTube, like we all did. It was a reverse harem and a musical, which is why it stuck in my
Dance with
head.
Devils.
There really is the only one musical.
I love that. It's so
No, the
funny.
lead heroine had red hair, like bright box red, not ginger. How well did they describe Dance with Devils, having not remembered?
A reverse harem musical really only made it one thing. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I'll
I
read the
mean,
rest of it and see.
Reddit solved Dance with Devils. We're just gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a pretty decent description of Dance with Devils.
Nice.
So, the show is honestly, it's not good.
Oh,
It's really not good if you watch it English dubbed, but it's so funny. Kind of made
oh,
up for it. Like
yeah.
the music's hilarious in the dub
Dance,
because no one can sing
dance
except for
with,
the dog. For
dance
some
with,
reason, the
dance.
dog can really sing, but no
Mmm.
one else.
Dance with Devils. Oh, help me find an anime I forgot the name of. The main character was a man,
Oh,
and
oh,
it.
oh, oh, oh! This is Babylon. The president is a gamer.
The president actually gave.
Yeah, he's the first gamer president. It's a big plot point. Like unironically, it's a major plot point that he's the first gamer president.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I threw these in here being like, oh, these would be hard for other people, but I feel like you need a few bones that I know or shows that you know of.
I
This
love Babylon. So, this guy, you either love or hate his stories, and I love this. I love Cat the right answer, um, and that this is definitely Babylon. I
Yep.
think this is better than Kato. Uh, but Kato is
Mm,
got cool concepts.
it's just
Like I think it's got cooler concepts in this,
investigating
but
murder,
I like this one better.
the suicides that I guess that we're not going to talk about that. That post definitely kind of spoils the ending, but
I didn't even read the whole post. I just knew it immediately.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So when I really know it, I know it.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, this is fun, right? This is fun. In around 2017, I was watching an anime fight scene compilation, and there's this one scene I've been looking for because it stuck with me. I haven't really been able to find it based off my description. I think it was set in a forest, and two adult guys, one that looked like a priest and one that kind of looked like a hobo, fighting. The hobo had a chainsaw mechanic on his leg, and the priest was standing on a tree branch. The hobo was about to say something rude to him, but the priest also joined in and predicted what he was about to say at the same time. Something about beating
Oh, this
each
sounds
other
real.
asses, and I think the priest went like, "I could even predict your foul language. If someone can help me find this anime or scene in general, that'd be appreciated."
This is real. It's gotta be real. I feel like I might have even seen it. Or have at least cursory knowledge about whatever this is.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say it's solved, but I'm not sure what it is.
It is solved, and I'm gonna say you're on the right track. I believe you've seen it. I'm confident you've seen it, and at least have cursory knowledge. Uh,
Yeah, this sounds so familiar to me. Like it feels like something I have seen.
mhm.
So I'm sure I have. But what it's from, I don't know.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit of help if you want a little bit of help.
Yeah, I'll take another hint. Sometimes a hint is all it takes.
They watched the fight compilation in 2017, but don't let that's kind of the red herring. And I think
It's older.
the best hint is a priest-looking guy is maybe the most accurate part of the description.
Could it be? Part of me thinks that this is just something Curie says in
Oh,
Fate,
I could see that.
but that can't be right.
What does Kuritsugu fight, or not Kuritsugu, Kirai Kotomi to fight a hobo with a chainsaw?
No, and I just feel like that's him going. I can even predict your foul language. I just feel like that's something Curie would say.
I could see that.
Oh damn though. I yeah, it's still not conjuring
Yeah.
an answer,
Which I thought
but
that
I
too.
do
Like
feel
I
like
read this and I was like, oh, maybe this is
I
misremembering
think I
when
think
they fight in Fate Zero in like the woods, but
I think if when you tell me, I'll go like, oh yeah. But right now, it doesn't bring anything specific to mind.
that's fair. This is from I don't know the priest's name, but it is a priest. And he is the anime Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I didn't quite find the clip of this
It's been a
interaction, but I think
really
that's
long time since I've seen Soul Eater.
that's why I was like, it almost is cursory knowledge at this point, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure you've like seen it.
Yeah, yeah, that's been a while since I've seen Soul Eater.
Mm-hmm. Saw a small piece of it on TV in the late 90s, I think. I remember it looking like anime, but I can't be 100% sure. It was set in space. The female character in question was traveling somewhere alone on a spaceship, space train? She was looking out the window into space and she thought to herself whether anyone could even count all the stars in space. It wasn't a very long scene, but I remember it vividly. The close up shot of the girl against the starscape. It also seems to me that the whole thing had something to do with war and the girls experienced a loss right before the scene took place. Help me find this lost piece of my youth, please.
Oh, this sounds like so many scenes. All the examples I thought of were like too recent,
Mm,
if that makes sense.
no, that's fair.
Yeah, like yeah, all the stuff I'm thinking of is like 2000s, like mid 2000s or later, which I
Mm-hmm.
think is a little too outside the realm of late 90s, even if they mean early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm going to say unsolved just because this sounds like too many things. I think it's too vague.
A lot of people shot their shot at this one. This one is unsolved. You actually do pretty well at figuring out when it's unsolvable.
Thanks.
Because I was like, voice of a distant star. Like some people were thinking like Toonami had like a weird like interlude thing. Like obviously all the Gundams and stuff like have scenes, but no one quite.
Yeah, there's so many things
Mm,
that feel like they have this scene,
yep.
but I couldn't think of anything that fit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard.
I'll take it.
Okay.
1990s, early 2000s fantasy anime where evil wizard inhabits boy's body. Not as bad as it sounds. I recall an anime I watched that had been uploaded to YouTube. It was an older anime with an animation style reminiscent of the 1997 Berserk anime series. Wild in my brain. The plot of the series was that it was far, far in the future after human civilization had fallen, and as a result, everything had reverted to medieval technology and society. Basically, a fantasy medieval anime, but set in the far future. Classic. There were 4 or 5 different villains who had united together, each one having a theme. One was a ninja master, one was a dark elf, etc. In the first episode, they were besieging a city and were close to success, so the king of the city unleashed a powerful wizard who had been sealed away in order to defend them. The wizard, however, being evil, was only out for himself. The only thing that held him back from betraying the king is that his soul was forced into the body of a boy who was in love with the princess of the city. They defeated the forces besieging the city, including a different wizard leading the forces who rode atop a hydra. My memory gets blurry when it comes to episodes after that. Though I think one episode involves werewolves and another involves them redeeming the evil ninja master. No fucking clue what this is.
Don't you hate when evil wizard inhabits a boy's body? Not in a bad way.
This this is too silly. It's solved though. That this is real. It's too. This guy is way too specific for it not to be solved.
He's says a lot.
But I have no clue. This is definitely something I've never seen.
I don't think you've seen it or the reboot. Makes you want to watch it though, right?
A little bit.
This is Bastard.
Yeah, I have not seen Bastard
Not seen
at all.
Bastard. No.
Scott could have got that. Scott would have known.
One of the Scots.